Hey everyone, I'm Rob and welcome to the test drive. Today, I'm driving the 2018 Cadillac Escalade ESV. Now before we get started, I want to hit 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So we're going to do another giveaway on the channel. If we hit 10,000 subscribers by June 1st, I'm going to give away 2 Akaso EK7000 4K action cameras. But if we hit 10,000 subscribers by May 1st, I'm going to give away 5 4K action cameras on the channel. I'm so excited about it. All you have to do to be eligible is to be subscribed to the channel and then see the description below on how to enter into the giveaway. Now the ESV is the extended length Cadillac Escalade. It shares the same platform as the Chevy Suburban and the GMC Yukon XL. And this is a very big luxury SUV. The only real competitor in this space, in this luxury segment, is the Lincoln Navigator, the extended length version of that. So it's interesting because the Escalade pretty much owns the market in this space, and Ford, through Lincoln, is now really trying to up their game and take back a lot of the market share in this space. Now there are 4 different trim levels available for the Escalade ESV. It starts with just the Escalade ESV, and then it goes up to the Platinum. The one that I'm driving is the luxury trim. It's the 2nd level trim, and it's actually pretty well optioned. And if you look at the price of this thing, I mean, it's over $80,000. So obviously you expect a lot for that price, and you really do get it in this Escalade ESV, and I'm gonna tell you everything that you need to know about it. So we're gonna start with the outside of the 2018 Escalade ESV. To me, this is a very good looking large SUV. It obviously looks almost identical to the regular Escalade other than just having the longer wheelbase. But this is a really nice design. I loved it when GM refreshed the Escalade and brought it into the latest generation, and it's very good looking. If you look at the front, it's extremely aggressive. I love the look of the headlights. Cadillac really has some of the best headlight design and look in the spaces in which they compete. They really look good. I also love the tail lights on this Escalade. I mean, they're so massive. I wasn't sure about it when I first saw it, but I actually really like it. And just from the side profile too, it's very elegant looking, but still muscular and aggressive and mean. You have some very nice 22-inch rims. Overall, this is just a very good looking SUV. Now, when you get to the interior of the 2018 Escalade ESV, you again have a very nice design. Now, first of all, this is an extremely spacious, large SUV. There is so much room in here. You can pack this thing full of people and gear and have everybody in this vehicle feel very comfortable. All of the surfaces in here are soft touch surfaces, extremely comfortable. You have leather everywhere. You also have this kind of Alcantara suede material as well in a couple places throughout the interior. You have a very comfortable, soft, leather wrapped steering wheel that also looks very nice, looks almost identical to the steering wheel in the XTS. And just everything in here is very high quality, and you have some contrast stitching as well. I mean, if you look at the design in here, it looks like GM really took a lot of care in designing this and really making it comfortable, making it elegant, making it feel like you're really driving an $80,000, $85,000 SUV or even more. I mean, it does get significantly more expensive if you get up into the Platinum. This Escalade ESV also comes standard with heated and cooled seats as well as a heated steering wheel. Now, one thing that's kind of interesting is that there isn't a panoramic moonroof available. It's just this smaller moonroof, and you see the same thing in the Suburban and in the Yukon XL, whereas in the Navigator or even in the Expedition, you have available panoramic moonroof. So it's one of those things where I feel like it would just open this up even more, make it even nicer in here, but it still is a very nice, very comfortable large SUV. Now getting to the performance of the 2018 Escalade ESV, there's one engine in all of the Escalades, whether it's the regular Escalade or the extended length ESV, and that is GM's 6.2 liter V8. And that puts out 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, and I love this engine. I am so happy that it is standard in the Escalade over the 5.3 liter Ecotec V8 that's standard in the Suburban and in the Yukon XL. Now this engine is also mated to the 10-speed automatic transmission that Ford and GM developed together, and it's very interesting to see where each manufacturer is placing this 10-speed transmission. Now I've driven this in the Expedition and in the F-150 for 2018, so it's interesting to see GM's use of the 10-speed transmission, but it's a very good transmission, and it allows you to run at a very low RPM at high speeds, and it also shifts quickly and appropriately, and it doesn't feel like it's shifting too much. It really does a good job of determining what gear you need to be in and not just shifting constantly all over the place unnecessarily. The Escalade ESV is also available in either two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive configurations. The one that I'm driving is actually a two-wheel drive version. Now, I did drive this rear-wheel drive SUV in probably 4 or 5 inches of snow, and it wasn't bad. I mean, the traction control did a pretty good job of keeping it on the road. Obviously, rear-wheel drive requires just a different type of driving. You have to take off extremely slowly. You have to really be careful going up hills as well, because with rear-wheel drive, you're extremely prone to fishtailing. So again, even the rear-wheel drive version did fine. I obviously would have greatly preferred to have four-wheel drive, but it was okay. And that four-wheel drive system also does come with the 4Auto mode, which pretty much everybody in the large SUV space now has. And I really love the 6.2 liter V8 in this SUV because it is just really appropriate and just really pushes this thing in the way that you'd want. The 5.3 liter V8 is fine, but it really isn't powerful. It really can be sluggish at times, and this 6.2 liter V8 doesn't have that problem. I mean, that 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque just really pushes this thing, and it just pulls so hard, and I absolutely love that, and it's very nice paired with the 10-speed automatic. Now, getting to the technology in the 2018 Escalade ESV, this thing is full of standard technology features. You have this large touchscreen with the Cadillac Q system, which is, again, heavily based on the GMC IntelliLink and Chevy MyLink systems. It's fine. They refined it for the 2018 XTS for some reason that didn't carry over into the 2018 Escalade. Still, it's a decent system. It does everything that you'd want. It has navigation standard. Even when you're not using the navigation system, it will still alert you of an incident up ahead, where most systems won't alert you about traffic or other things like that unless you're actively using the system to get you somewhere. Then looking at the instrument cluster, everything in here is digital, and I haven't always liked that, but Cadillac did a very good job with it in here. It looks very nice, and it's extremely functional. Sometimes you have these digital screens that just aren't that functional, or they just look weird, they're not sized appropriately. Here it really is, and I like it a lot. And it also gives you a decent amount of functionality in the screens on the left and the right. And if these two screens aren't enough, you also have a heads-up display that comes standard in this Escalade ESV, and I really like it. And it's also nice that it shows you more than just your speed, and it's configurable, so you can have a tachometer up there, you can have radio information. It's nice that you can cycle through a couple different options based on what you want it to look like. Now, there are 3 different driving modes for the 2018 Escalade. You have Tour, which is basically your comfort, regular, everyday driving mode. You also have Sport, which sharpens up your shifts, makes the throttle more responsive. And then you have Snow Ice, which kind of does the opposite. It makes the throttle not very responsive, makes the shifts very slow. The luxury trim of the 2018 Escalade ESV also comes standard with a lot of safety features. You have blind spot monitoring standard. You also have the lane keeping system that will not only show you when you're drifting out of your lane, but it will also apply pressure to the steering wheel to pull you back into your lane. Now, if you're aggressively veering out of your lane, it'll apply a little bit of pressure and then stop. So it's nothing like an autonomous driving system. It's not gonna save your life if you needed it to, really. And it doesn't even do anything audibly. I mean, your seat will vibrate, but that's pretty much it, you know, other than the pressure in the steering wheel. You also have front and rear parking sensors, as well as a backup camera and a top view camera, again, standard in the luxury trim of the 2018 Escalade ESV. So it really is amazing how well equipped this Escalade is, but again, you're paying for it. I mean, this is almost an $85,000 large SUV, and this is nowhere near as expensive as it gets for the 2018 Escalade ESV. It gets to be over $100,000 if you get the highest trim level, the platinum, and fully option this thing. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the 2018 Cadillac Escalade ESV. I'm Rob, this is the test drive. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the video and this SUV and what this competes against. And please subscribe to my channel if you'd like. It does help me make more videos and also makes you eligible for the giveaways that we have going on in the channel. So thanks again for taking this test drive with me, and I'll talk to you soon.